Imagine this: a single dad sends a flirty text to his cold, distant neighbor by mistake, and her shocking response changes everything. Stick around to see how one wrong message turns into an unexpected connection. Evan Turner only realized his mistake when the message turned blue. A flirty line meant for his brother had landed in the inbox of the one woman who barely spoke to him. The neighbor who never smiled. The neighbor who never lingered. The neighbor now typing back. And when his doorbell rang 10 minutes later, Evan knew something was very, very wrong, or very, very unexpected. But hold on, what if this awkward mix-up leads to the warmest morning of his life? Keep watching to find out. Evan Turner was many things: carpenter, coffee addict, and recently a single dad to 7-year-old Lily. But smooth texter was not one of them. Especially not at 6 a.m., when he was half asleep, packing lunch, and trying to figure out why the dishwasher sounded like it was growling. He wiped peanut butter from his fingers, tapped his phone, and typed a message meant for his brother Nate, who had been trying to set him up with a friend from work. Fine. Tell her I'm not totally hopeless. And yes, I'd bring my devastating charm. He added a laughing emoji and hit send. A second later, his stomach dropped. He hadn't sent it to Nate. He'd sent it to her, his neighbor, Claire Henderson. The one who barely spoke more than a tight nod when they crossed paths. The one who seemed carved from winter frost, elegant, quiet, untouchable. The one he had never seen smile, not once, though Lily insisted she had a princess face. Evan considered moving to another country, preferably one with no cell service. Before he could form an escape plan, his phone buzzed. Claire. Devastating charm? He froze for a moment. He contemplated burying the phone in the backyard. Another message appeared. Claire. I assumed this wasn't meant for me. His face was hot enough to melt the dishwasher. Fingers fumbling, he typed back. Evan. No. I mean, yes. I mean, it wasn't. Sorry. Was talking to my brother. A long pause followed. A very long pause. Enough time for Lily to ask why he looked like he'd swallowed a frog. Then 3 dots. She was typing. He braced himself. Claire. I see. No lecture, no sarcasm, just vague, terrifying acknowledgement. He was still staring at the screen when his doorbell rang. Evan blinked. Lily gasped dramatically. Dad, maybe it's a package. It wasn't. When Evan opened the door, the morning sun fell on Claire Henderson, wrapped in a gray coat, auburn hair pulled into a loose knot, her cheeks flushed in the cold. And she was definitely. Good morning, he said. Good morning, she said softly. Claire. He sounded like he'd forgotten English. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. I wanted to clarify that your text was unintentionally sent, but I also thought it was too funny not to stop by. Oh, he said. Then, funny? She lifted one eyebrow. Devastating charm. He groaned into his hands. Look, I swear it was about a setup. Not, he gestured vaguely between them. Not directed at you. I gathered. She hesitated, then her voice softened. But it was nice to know you occasionally think of me as someone who could be flirted with. He blinked. Wait. What? She looked down at her shoes. I'm not cold, you know. I just keep to myself. Your daughter waves at me every morning. I didn't want to seem unfriendly, so you're not avoiding me? Only when you're mowing the lawn at 7 a.m. That was one time. She laughed, the first he'd ever heard. It was warm, surprisingly warm. Lily poked her head around his leg. Hi, Miss Claire. Do you want pancakes? Daddy burns the first one, but the rest are okay. Claire smiled at Lily. That sounds lovely, actually. Evan stared. You want to come in? Only if your charm won't devastate me. He covered his face again, mortified. I'm never living this down. Probably not, she said, stepping inside. But I don't mind. They had pancakes, burnt one included. Claire helped cut Lily's fruit. Lily asked if Claire could braid her hair. Claire said yes. The house felt warm in a way Evan hadn't realized it could. When he walked her to the door later, she paused on the porch. "For what it's worth," she said quietly, "if your charm was directed at me, I wouldn't mind that either." Evan smiled, slow, stunned, genuine. "Okay. Good to know." She stepped closer, her breath warm in the cold morning air. "And Evan?" "Yeah?" Her eyes sparkled. "Next time you flirt with me, maybe do it on purpose." She walked away, coat swaying, leaving him grinning like an idiot, as devastatingly as possible.